Today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Xbox Elite wireless controller, the one with the paddles on the back. Been using it for approximately 1 year now. Is it worth the purchase? Is it any good? Firstly, we're going to look at the price. Is this worth it? Well, let me tell you, the price is ridiculous, joke, ungodly cost. Should never cost that much. Absolute nonsense, got ripped off. No, in all seriousness, it is too much. It's overpriced, but hey, what decent bit of tech can you buy that's going to be really cheap? Unless you buy something nonsense like off Temu or something like that, then you're going to end up with nonsense. But for the price, is it worth it? Well, if you look at it as an investment and you think, wow, I am going to be using it a lot, and will it help me game? Is it more reliable? A few things on it that I've experienced. So the price is an investment. You're going to have to take the hit and realise that it's going to cost a lot of money. And what I'll do is I'll put on the screen now the kit that I bought, which was the most expensive one, with the full box that comes with it and the full charging kit and the peripherals you get with it. So let's move on to that. What do you get inside the box? Well, if you go with the most expensive one, you get this little carry case with it, but it's got a little socket in the back there, so you can stick the cable in directly and charging it. And it is awesome because I just leave it set up. You could swap this camera around and see my gaming setup, which I'm not going to do because there's too much going on. But basically you can have it plugged in at all times and it essentially charges in the case, which is awesome. The battery life on them is phenomenal. That's one thing I will give. I hardly charge it, and when I do, I just leave it docked for a few hours, or if I'm not using it, basically it's just always there and never on charge. It sits on that unit in there just like that, case closes and it charges while it's in the box. That's absolutely phenomenal. So the charging and the battery, win, definite win. You don't have to do it that much, and even you don't notice when it's charging. Right, on to other things. What's inside the box? Well, first of all, there'll be this and there'll be something on your screen showing it now. But it depends what D-pad you want. You can disconnect the D-pads, okay? So if you have I prefer this one because it was more like a SNES. There's retro gaming going on here. It's no Camp Dad, what do you expect? So it's more like a SNES controller for me, which was my favourite controller when I was growing up. But you can swap it out for the complete dial if you want a D-pad, so to speak. So there's that one, or you can have this one. This is the one I choose. I rarely use this one. It's meant to be a more flawless feel. But if I'm doing moves and stuff and certain maneuvers, I like to know exactly where down, left, right and up is. So that's just a personal choice. That's the D-pad. The sticks, they come at different lengths. You can change the sticks and they just flawlessly just click out and in. Magnetised. So easy to do. It's insane. And you can play around with those if you need to. And what's the difference between them? Basically just the length of the stick. If you like really long sticks, you can use long ones to keep it simple. If you like shorter sticks, thumbsticks, you can use shorter. Quite simply with that. What do I use? I use the shorter ones. However, I will say I haven't tested the longer ones enough. Obviously I've used them, but not enough to know which one's the best for you. You will have to choose that. Also changes the kind of grip on the top. You normally get that kind of grip or that kind of grip. Quite simple as that. Do you prefer the one with the lines for feel, or do you just prefer a flat surface, a more rounded edge, or a non-rounded edge and just a kind of flat one? That is up to you. It's up to you what you prefer, but those are what's in your box. And then a little key if you need it to edit certain things on the buttons and stuff like that. So that's your charging box. Absolutely immense. You can buy more than that if you want. You can change these kind of colours and things like that, but that's all it is. So that's the box done. Onto the actual controller. These paddles in the back, these are amazing. These also just very easily clip out and in. So these are essentially an extra set of 4 buttons. That's what they are. And they disconnect and reconnect quite easily, but they're always there. They're easier to reach, and I actually use these a lot. So I actually prefer these. And once you get your muscle memory engaged, it works fine. So for instance, if I'm playing Fortnite, I have one of these as jump. Build. We don't do building around here. We ain't got time to build. I haven't got that much time to dedicate to it, so we're a zero build player. Proud of it. But anyway, back on topic. You can change them at the back and you can program them to what you like. Also, the triggers, they have these little buttons at the back, so you can switch the sensitivity of it and essentially have it as a full press or change the button on the back and it's just like a click press. So that's incredible. For me, I have them on the clicks. There's very rare games where I want the feel of a kind of complete trigger that goes down. They're just the click ones I have them on, and they work brilliantly. And all of it's really well made. It's really sturdy, it's really reliable. The grips here are great. It's an all-round great controller. However, I'll finish with this. The best feature on this, I think, is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Edit it in.
Phenomenal.
Right, so what you can do is change the profiles. This button here is the best option on this controller. Why? Because essentially that is 3 different profiles, and you go into your Xbox settings for the controller and you can play around with it and change the color for what game profile you want. So for instance, if I've got FIFA, Fortnite, Call of Duty, I can change the buttons to the color icon that I want, or the profile, and one press and it changes a set of buttons. That's it. It's absolutely immense. So I can essentially have 3 sets of buttons for 3 different games, which you're not really going to need more than 3. That is the best feature by a mile. And it can change in there the sensitivity of the buttons, the sensitivity of the sticks for certain games. By the way, if you're doing that, you're on a mind-blowing level. All right, if you've got different settings and sensitivities for different games, then more power to you. You're immense. But for me, it's just the simple what the buttons are on the back. So for instance, mine for when I had a little go of FIFA versus Fortnite were a completely different set of buttons, because I just matched them to what I needed to. And then quite simply, you just press that once and it clicks onto a new profile, and you can choose what color you want in there within reason. Pretty much all the primary colors with a few more scattered in, and then you know which one you're going to press and which one you're going to use. So for me, favorite color is pink. Don't care what anyone thinks it is, so I go with that for my main controller. That's it. Real whistle stop tour cafe of the controller Elite. Is it worth it? I would personally say yes.
Yeah!
So there's your answer. From my personal perspective, it might not be yours. You might have a review where you're saying it's absolute trash. What are you talking about? No Camp Dad. My personal view, well worth the investment. This is a vital piece of kit for me and helps me game better. It really does. And the feel of it and the reliability of it is awesome. And the fact that I can change the sensitivity, etc., is so reliable. It's unreal. And then just tweak it for games. That's it. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe and all that. Hopefully you're finding it entertaining, as well as just, you know, things that I'll do. We try and go with two. Remember, there's 2 genres on this channel. Always remember that. And I always repeat it because you might not have seen it in previous videos or watched to the end. I know loads of you click off, so you might not have seen this bit. But basically we have 2. We have me, No Camp Dad, doing videos like this, and we have the alter ego, No Camp Dad with a chip on his shoulder, who trash talks kids online and plays. Well, he doesn't even sometimes online. I'm just trash talking to myself for entertainment purposes of you guys, but also demonstrating that dad gamers can still compete in this world of youngsters who think they're another level and say you're too old to game. Nope, you just got slapped, son. Real talk. So that's it. All right, take it easy. Bye bye.